Paul Sky-Berry, the founder of Faith Foundation Liberia, has dedicated his life and resources to building leaders in Africa. His foundations provide scholarships for students across Liberia and other parts of Africa. At a young age, Paul started out as a little child laborer, breaking stones and selling it to make a living. He later realized that stone breaking was not a successful business strategy, but rather modern child slavery in the 21st century. While running away from the civil war in his home Liberia, he experienced tremendous suffering across Africa. Today, he is an award-winning author, a mentor, a motivational leadership life coach. He believes that a person can become a better leader by understanding the core values spelled out through his leadership teaching. Qualities such as influence, assertiveness, adaptability, conscientiousness are cited as the most important qualities in books written by Paul. Ambassador Paul Sky-Berry has taken lead in supporting to solve some of the leadership problems in his community, his home country Liberia and other parts of Africa. So he is now going around Africa providing his own funds and carry on management leadership workshop empowering the new generation. The purpose of his leadership style is to influence and encourage people from the grassroots, local communities, religious groups, the NGOs and local governments to get actively involved in the new generation of leaders to take over and lead Africa in the right direction. He believes that Africa will only rise because of the qualities of our leaders. That is why his new empowerment strategy is to refresh the people of the nations to overcome leadership challenges and transform Africa. To invite a new breed of leaders that will lead by positive example and become the frontrunner in the new generations of leaders in Africa. Faith Foundation's leader shared the visions with his spiritual mother and partners in the United States, Bishop Dr. Rosetta Cox, founder of the Cox Evangelistic Ministry in Virginia Beach. Dr. Cox connected associate partners from other states all around the US, such as Bridges of the Gap in Virginia Beach, Christ Lamps Ministries in North Carolina, Dr. Gary and Tyler of Virginia, Medley Family Care Group, also known as Mama Shoes, in Pennsylvania.
Well, now we're going to good afternoon from my end. How are you doing?
Mary, I'm doing very well. I'm out to pass something, so I'm keeping my microphone off. I don't want to noise to embarrass you.
Okay, sure. So I will join you in. You can mute it. I'll join you in a few minutes.
For many years, Paul Sky-Berry, the founder of Faith Foundation Liberia, has dedicated his life and resources to building leaders in Africa. His foundations provide scholarships for students across Liberia and other parts of Africa. At a young age, Paul started out as a little child laborer, breaking stones and selling it to make a living. He later realized that stone breaking was not a successful business strategy, but rather modern child slavery in the 21st century. While running away from the civil war in his home Liberia, he experienced tremendous suffering across Africa. Today, he is an award-winning author, a mentor, a motivational leadership life coach. He believes that a person can become a better leader by understanding the core values spelled out through his leadership teaching. Qualities such as influence, assertiveness, adaptability, conscientiousness are cited as the most important qualities in books written by Paul. Ambassador Paul Skyberry has taken lead in supporting to solve some of the leadership community, his home country Liberia and other parts of Africa. So he is now going around Africa providing his own funds and carry on management leadership workshop empowering the new generation. The purpose of his leadership style is to influence and encourage people from the grassroots, local communities, religious groups, the NGOs and local governments to get actively involved in the new generation of leaders to take over and lead Africa in the right direction. He believes that Africa will only rise because of the qualities of our leaders. That is why his new empowerment strategy is to refresh the people of the nations to overcome leadership challenges and transform Africa. To invite a new breed of leaders that will lead by positive example and become the frontrunner in the new generations of leaders in Africa. Faith Foundation's leader shared the visions with his spiritual mother and partners in the United States, Bishop Dr. Rosetta Cox, founder of the Cox Evangelistic Ministry in Virginia Beach. Dr. Cox connected associate partners from other states all around the US, such as Bridges of the Gap in Virginia Beach, Christ Lamps Ministries in North Carolina, Dr. Gary and Tyler of Virginia, Medley Family Care Group, also known as Mama Shoes, in Pennsylvania.
Too much time retyping ads and designing flyers? Imagine a world where your marketing is seamless, professional, and always on point. Unlock the power of your brand with Data Charlie MSP. Introducing Data Charlie MSP, your new secret weapon in digital marketing. We handle everything from the initial concept to the final production of your digital ads and video promos. Why choose Data Charlie MSP? Because we're not just about making ads, we're about making your ads stand out. We ensure your message hits the mark every time, reaching the right audience with precision. Forget the hassle of repetitive tasks, such as retyping ads in your various social media groups or outlets. With our team of experts, you get creative solutions that are tailored to meet the unique needs of your business. Think of the time you'll save and the increase in efficiency you'll gain. Data Charlie MSP allows you to focus on what truly matters, growing your business and engaging with your customers. Every second counts in today's fast-paced market. Don't let manual processes slow you down. Let Data Charlie MSP elevate your brand with cutting-edge marketing technology. Ready to transform your marketing strategy? It's time to say goodbye to the old ways and hello to high-impact, captivating video promos and digital ads that drive results. Hello everyone, act now and take the first step towards a more dynamic and effective marketing approach with Data Charlie MSP. Elevate your brand today and watch your business thrive like never before. Call Data Charlie on 1-833-202-9553 or email info@datacharlie.com. Remember, at Data Charlie, technology becomes reality.
To officially welcome the Executive Director of Frontal Liberia, Mr. Makaya Ware. I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining Nexus conversation.
Thank you. Thank you to Perkins and his team. It's okay. I hope that I'm heard clearly. I hope my voice is okay.
Well, it's much better. I think we are getting very loud and clear. And let me say good afternoon from my end to my brother there in India co-host, Miawa Agostino. I want to say welcome. Thanks for joining me again on this edition. I know on a very short notice, and you have very short time.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thanks to our host, the host of the Nexus conversation, and thanks to our guest today, Matthias, Mr. Matthias Wule. It's been a long time since I saw him, and I'm happy to see him today. And I hope we have a meaningful conversation on the Nexus conversation today. Yeah, thank you. Welcome also.
Thank you, brother. It's been long, Yahweh. It's been a very long time.
Okay, Mel, thank you so much. So guys, let's recognize our folks that are watching this conversation. We want to say wholeheartedly that we are thankful for the level of support over the time. I mean, over the years. Sorry, weeks. Next conversation haven't gone 1 month yet, but we're growing our audience, and we know that we're making some very serious strides across. There will always be fluctuation in the network because you know we're trying to improve on our network service provision in Liberia. So we just lost our colleague, but Mel Noah, how is the ups and downs, and how are you faring this afternoon?
It's already 9:42 a.m. here, and
Oh
yeah,
wow, that's
everything
interesting.
is good. We bless God for life. We want to say, I want to say that the ups and downs has been great. It's been crazy out here, but we are trusting God for whatever that will come our way. So everything is good. We have faith in God and we trust God. Everything going to be fine.
Well, it's interesting, my man. What is on your mind today? What is on your mind? I mean, do you want to weigh in on anything that you think we can keep the conversation going while we wait for our colleague there, Mataya?
Not much, as I already told you earlier in your inbox. So I might not have much of a time here today, but yeah. So is there's something we were discussing the last time about students coming to India for studies. And then I would also like to alert most of them that have interest in coming. They should be careful in whom, or what agency they are coming through. There are a lot
Okay.
of people here that are scamming friends, scamming brothers, scamming their fellow countrymen. And it is very disheartening and unfortunate to find out that we are out here and exploiting one another. So I would like to alert all those who are out there have interest. You should know who you are coming through and the price should be trustworthy to receive that amount of money from you for your application or for your process. So be careful. A lot of people out there are scammers. Even those that we trust out in Liberia travel, they are surviving on these things. So they have made it like it is a job. So yeah, it's really crazy out
Well,
here, brother.
well, that's a very much important information. Again, we have on the with all here in studio the founder and executive director of Frontier Liberia, Mr. Makaya Welle. Like I said, we have internet problems, so let's welcome him again.
Okay, so thank you guys. I think the internet is Liberia issue, so we'll have to work along with it. Thank you,
Yeah, sure.
Freckins and my good friend Yahweh.
That's great. Well, we will take what we call our no. Let's take Makaya. When we take Makaya, then we come on with some trending news that are making headlines in the world, and also we can talk about it. So, Mr. Wule, I mean, can you tell the audience, our followers, I mean, who is exactly is Mr. Wule? Can you make an introduction of yourself?
Okay, so my name is Micaiah Ware. A lot of people might know my last name, not my first name. That name sounds like a household name, meaning from District Number 6. And
Okay.
yeah, I'm an activist specifically for empowerment, children, gender abuse, and it's because I'm putting my story to the forefront with young people. And yeah, that's just some of part of what I do. And yeah, so that's just Micaiah. That's just me.
Well, that sounds exciting. First of all, we want to know the mission of Frontier Liberia, what inspired the work that Frontier Liberia is involved with, and what kind of a work are you guys involved with at Frontier Liberia?
So Frontier Liberia is an activism group that we have a lot of people that we work with. Specifically, we are involved into activism at all level. We are involved into empowerment, skill training sections. We are involved into leadership building, and lastly, we are involved in the agribusiness, which is our third, our fourth targeted agenda. So Frontier is squarely working with anybody or any local organization that is that have the vision to want to develop from nowhere to somewhere, and that is what we are doing now. So we have huge things on our plate, but presently we are doing partnership with any local institution that sees it that I'm doing this and I can develop. I think we are able to help you come to that level of development. So that's what we are involved into as Frontier Liberia.
Specifically, what are the skills that you people are developing as we speak? Specifically, can do you mind to cite probably the ongoing program that you people involved with that you think people have been trained in different skills stuff?
Yeah, so we've been training people across Muscle County. And if I got you well, we just graduated 116 persons in Bensonville free of charge with Sapphire Green, who was in the U.S. Philadelphia, and we're now embarking on Jacobstown, training people in Jacobstown. Yeah, and so that is just the core. We go out there, we found the children that are unable to go to school, unhealthy, unable, and we work along with them, found people who want to help them,
Can you?
and when they get help, we help to them. So yes, that's it. Yeah.
Well, that sounds good. That actually sounds good. Now, Frontier Liberia is coming up with this initiative. We first want to know the background of this initiative. Like you said, you've been involved with training young people, but then we've seen that you'll be having something like a summit wherein young participants would be you know will be taught and will be trained in the digital skill. Can you give us the background of this initiative?
So the this year 2024 is the first time we will be launching a digital skill training program and partnership for young organization, beginning organizations. This year will mark our first conference of local organizations within Muscle County, Margibi County, part of Bon County, and across our districts. So we're going to have at least 30 organizations for now that we are partnershiping with to have them connected, digitalized, and having an ability to work together for one goal. So this year will be our first year. Next year will be our second year. But this target is to be a national conference that in the next 4 years we will have at least 2,000, 2,000 youth seated one place for motivation, for building, skill building, human development,
I
resource
think you're
development.
sounding very low.
Yeah, can you adjust
So
your camera? I mean, your phone?
you talking to me?
Yeah, sure. You're
Okay,
kind of
so
like low, the
is
audio.
it okay now?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I said this year this is our first year of our leadership skills or leadership connectivity program. In this connectivity program, we're going to highlight user connectivity, youth connectivity, leadership ability, and it's going to be a 3 days program. During this 3 days program, we're all going to have at least 30 to 40 organizations that are going to highlight I'm doing agriculture, I'm doing science, I'm doing education. And we're all going to come together and find an emblem
that can build the CSO or the community-based initiative that we call CBI to work together and forge one project for building Liberia together. So this initiative is the first year and is our first year, but we intend to do it for the next 10 years across West Africa. So Liberia is the first host of it. Next year we hope to do it in Sierra Leone. Next year, the following year, we intend to do it in Nigeria, and that is just the target. Yeah.
Wow, wow, that's good. So, specifically, who are those that you are working with? I mean, are you working with other youth organizations? Are you working with other executive directors? And how is it like? I mean, next month is the conference. How are preparations towards the conference?
When it comes to preparation, we do have some challenges. Yeah, we do have some challenges. We want to have T-shirts. We want to have banners. Thanks to Orange Liberia, who consented that they're going to do our banners today, because Orange is one of our sponsors. We are proud of them. We're going to do all our best. We are working with organizations. So every organization leaders is a part of this plan. It's not Frontier alone. It's not Micaiah alone. It's not Micaiah and his team alone. So, for example, if you have Youth for Liberia Progress and you have an organization out there and you are not part of the chat this year or this week, you can still come in and join the campaign for change. Our campaign is together we can. We can't build this country alone, so we got to do it together as a team. United, we stand, and divided we fall. So we want to have a together team that can build the CSO or the CBI programs in Liberia. Yeah.
Well, that's good. That sounds very good. And so, by what means? I mean, can interested organization form part of the of being the organizer or forming part of the organizing committee to ensure that this project is successful, and like in your word you say together, how can they form part of it?
So when Micaiah go to bed and dream, it's not my one that's going to have the vision at the end of it. It's everybody going to come down as a trickle down effect to everybody. So if you want to be a part and you have a local organization, the easy way is just text in your name. You can either add my Facebook account, text me. I'm going to leave my number. You can just add me to the chat room. I'm going to add you. We're going to add other people WhatsApp number. We can be added to the chat room. And the cool thing about it is not my logo alone that's being flew. It's not Frontier alone name. We have a general logo that every organization is building together. So we have about 30 organizations with 30 logos combined, working together on a one emblem that we can improve ourselves through digital connectivity, through youth connectivity, through science, through environmental cleaning, through volunteerism, and that is what we are intending to do from October 3rd to the 6th. Yeah. Let me quickly say this. We already have speakers that are coming out. We have speakers from the US. We have speakers from our local government, our present government that is on running, a youth driven young guy, and he's going to be there. And you can just do a follow up on Frontier Liberia FXL, and you will see the details. All of our internship is there for the first training program.
Summary and Mark is up. We can hear you.
My microphone is on. I'm hearing you guys. My microphone is on.
Yeah, sorry,
Not
sorry,
you.
I'm the
Makaya's
one. I
not.
was
Makaya's
actually,
not you.
yeah, I was actually of, I on a lot of stuff and trying to bring the guys in from the who has issued in the UAE, and so I'm between things. That's why I muted my microphone. So my stop was, Noah, do you have any specific question that you think our brother can address?
And as I said, I've known Makai for a very long time. I know he's a very potential big brother. He's older than me, so in everything, so I think I feel safe to call him big brother. I know him to be a very potential young man. And seeing him being the founder or the executive director of Frontier Liberia, I'm really proud of it. But I also want to know few things, right, concerning the idea. What motivated frontal library? I know you are inspired by a lot of things, from youth activity to development to Christianity to the gospel. But most of the things that come around, the things that we do, are inspired by something. So what motivated frontal Liberia? I just want to understand that for the sake of our audience.
Okay, so what motivated us, specifically the vision of having this conference is, uh,
And you are sounding very low.
what motivated me is not a dream like I went to bed and had it. It's something that I see every day, and I'm trying to find a solution. It's a problem that I see, and this problem is always that we have young organizations in society that die after they are built, or sometimes their vision bearer will say, I got an organization initiative. So my target is to work with every organization that the vision can die. And even if your vision should die, you can still say, I am a part of this. And because of this group I'm part of, I can still rise again. So we are trying to build a team. My um conviction actually came from Joel Instant, who said, you don't die. What happens is you just keep falling and failing, but you don't die. So I don't hope any organization can die. I just feel we can just fail and restart again. And that's what we are doing.
Wow, wow, wow. That's
That's so
amazing.
true.
So I can serve as a witness to that, even though my organization has not that, but as you said, we will fall and rise again. So I believe that, and I love the fact that you are supporting such an idea that organizations cannot die. No matter why the vision will live on, once there is someone to push a dream. All right, so
Yeah,
I
sure.
also want to know. I know you are targeting the youthful society, like the youthful society, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Your
Yes,
target
sir.
is a youthful society and youthful organizations, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
I just want to understand how many organizations, in terms of your plan, like there should be a short-term, long-term plan. These are things that come commonly among people or in people's mind when it comes to organization. What are some of your short or long-term plans in terms of incorporating, let's take, for example, 20 organizations that you want to see actually meet their dreams, get to where they want to get? What are some plans put in place to make these organizations to see the reality of what they have envisioned?
So thank you. Thank you. The first thing is you need to know what you want to get to where you want to get. So we want to identify what do they want. A lot of people is copying everything we see on the internet. Like I want to do interdigital connectivity because I saw something one young boy doing it. It doesn't mean that's what you want. You just go for it. So we want to identify what do you want. Secondly, how can we work together to make it get to where you want to get? So number one, our target is to first 50 organizations, community-based initiatives, so-called community social organizations, work along with them, organize them, and let's see whether we all can forge ahead for a particular purpose. So specifically, we are targeting at least 30 for now, and we are working with 30 for now. After the next conference, we'll go up to 100. In our long term, we intend to impact at least 5 countries in West Africa from now to 2029.
Well, that's
That's
awesome. That's great. That's great. Yeah, come again, continue.
Yeah, so I'm really inspired by the dream. And I believe that it will work out. I hope that one day I will join you because my organization is not dead. We are just working on the scene. We want to make sure that we are ready to hit. So until we are ready, we ain't going to make any fun. Like before we come waiting for members to give out. We want to start strong. So you are an inspiration to the re-establishment or to the motivation of bringing in the youth movement for a better Liberia. So you're a serious inspiration to us. So one more thing,
Uh,
every organization has this issue in Liberia in terms of
my network is a little bit dropping, so I really hope after this communication, can you just drop me a line Just drop me your number and I will do a WhatsApp call. My network is actually dropping, so I'm not hearing you guys well. I'm not really hearing you guys well.
Okay, we'll join you. We will join you. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Makaya, for joining us. We're gonna
Thank
do
you very
all
much.
we can next time to have a better experience while you appear on the next conversation. Thank you. Thank you.
Network Liberia.
So it has always been a problem. So we have in the studio two of our distinguished colleagues, and like we raised on an issue there about Liberians being stranded in UAE. We'll be having two distinct personalities that have an experience of what is going on, and we're using this platform to reach out to government officials and government to ensure that they do all they can to repatriate or to bring back these people back to their homeland. We will play an audio of one of those victims or those inmates who is sending out an SOS call to Liberia or to Liberian in order for them to speed up in rescuing and making sure that they're free from jail. And so we have one of the direct victim. When I say direct victim, that means his brother is in jail. And then we have an activist, Honorable Sion Sylvester Smith, who is also championing the cause for the government to intervene. And so we're going to have Albert D. Martin and Science on Sylvester Smith on the line. Let's take a very short break. When we come back, we will be taking Science Sylvester Smith and that of Albert D. Martin. Thank you so much for joining us. Um, Albert D. Martin and Honorable Sylvester Smith, we want to say we are very glad that you have joined us. It has always been a pleasure, especially hearing from you and my brother. Today, we are very excited that we are having you. This was actually, or is actually a concerning matter, and we think that we should elevate the concerns that you've been raising. So, like I said, now we have Albert D. Martin, a direct victim of the UAE incarceration of Liberians, and Simon Smith is an activist who is also calling on government to ensure that these inmates, let's say, so as the inmates, but these Liberians that have been jailed, they are released, and government do everything to repatriate them to Liberia. So, Science of Blessed Smith, you can unmute. We say welcome to Nexus Conversation. It's a pleasure having you. So let's take Martin. Martin, Albert G.
Yeah.
Martin, thank you so much for joining us.
Okay. Let me firstly say thanks for everything you have been doing behind the scene. Well, I want to say thanks to our many listeners and most especially to our activists in studio. You getting me clear?
Oh, yes, we are getting you very loud and clear.
Okay. So as it relates to the issue concerning my brother, can I go in or is there
Uh,
any other role you want me to play?
yeah, sure. You will go in. But first of all, what we want to know is that, as to whether, first, how did your brother, leave Liberia? What kind of a work was he doing here? And even when he went, were you people in touch with him? First of all, we want to know all of that before we can go into what led him to jail.
Okay. Thank you for that, bro. Okay. My brother, impression of Emmanuel F.T. Martin, left this place 2021 October 7. You get that? And then
Yeah.
he was changing money at EW Market, right at the market to EW Hospital ASF. So on this day he got in touch with one of his friends who having to be Abraham Va. And then he
Okay.
told him that Abraham Va, you get that?
Yeah. You are loud. You are loud and clear. Very loud and clear.
Yeah, very
So
loud and clear.
he was able to purchase a plane ticket. Let's just say firstly he got his necessary document, that is the passport. From passport he got police clearance. From police clearance he was able to get the COVID-19 certificate before leaving. And everything was bought online. So he traveled through the RIA airport. He did not go like someone that went slow way. You get that? So when he
Yeah.
went there, on the basis of he went as a visitor. So when he went, they get through in 3 months to every one of them who left at that time. Right now, I have a friend of mine in president of James Harris who are established. But when he went, things were a little bit much better. He started working. He was working in internet cafe when he left from here. So this day, when he left, we were in constant communication. All of a sudden, last year, December 11, communication ceased. Last year, December 11, communication ceased. In April, I got a call that he had been jailed on the issue that they murdered one Ghanaian guy in their setup.
Mm-hmm.
The Ghanaian guy was with them in the same place they were residing. That is the community, the company. So for that purpose, the Ghanaian put on resistance. They said that the person that killed their national, if the person cannot come up, they will kill one of the citizens. So my brother said he was shocked in the process because the way in which the noise raised up, he decided to come and observe. In that process, police came and arrested every one of them. So when they went, the first thing they did was they took their phone from them and they were out of communication. The only way they can get access to talk to people this way or any of their friends outside there, except they pay money to the jail commander. Then they will give them money that you doing local call.
Yeah.
So yeah. At that time when they arrested them, they took them to the criminal court and which of course he is not a criminal. He had never
Mm-hmm.
had such issue like that. You understand? So, like I sent you the audio the other day, I think you
Mm-hmm.
listen to the guy who having to be the spokesman for them in the prison. You
Mm-hmm.
listen to that one.
Yeah.
So this day, when he called me, I told him, brother, what's the matter? What the government is saying about you people? He told me that since they brought us here, they have seized every liberty that we have. We don't even
Wow.
have means of communicating with you people. The first thing, they don't feel all like human being, they feel all like animal. So if the police or the immigration staff from our country come to the cell to observe things, the first thing they send their own citizens ahead to lead the people. At the end of the day, the citizen or the UAE citizen say things that will go contrary from what we are going through. So I want you to make a quick call to the Liberian government or to any activist that you know so that they can speed up the process. If you saw me asking you for the foreign minister full address, that was one of
Mm-hmm.
the reasons. But what got me shocked was that they even told me to go and search for the lady online. I said, how
Who
can
did
that
it?
be possible?
Who did it?
And
Who
the
did it to
security,
search for online?
at the entry. I
Mm-hmm.
said, but then give me the details of the foreign minister. Then I go and do formal rating document to her so that I can book a space to talk to her. And our dinner in the process. So
Wow.
few days ago, a friend of mine, I sent him to do a research on my brother because I read it. My parents are on my back day and night. They want to see him be free. They want to see him come out of the situation. They want to see him living that normal life. You know the needs of a parent or a child. So James told me that, well, we visited the Liberian embassy at the AAU, the EAU. And then according to the ambassador, the Liberians that are there, they are about 7 Liberians. I don't know whether he was saying the truth, but I trust James because he has been a very good friend of mine. So he said, according to the ambassador, they said that that is a diplomatic process, meaning they have taken the Liberians from one cell to another. I said, but if you talk about diplomatic process, we know diplomatic process, we know how long it takes, and we know, like, according to what my brother had told me from the past time, the difficult time he is going in, how would that be? He said, according to the ambassador, that's the only thing they can do. They can't do anything contrary than that. They have to go into diplomatic process, which means they will have to meet the ambassador at that side, the government at that side. If the government select, if the government having to give right to the foreign minister to speak with our foreign minister this way, then the next thing the immigration will be involved. So I was shocked because if your brother or sister having to be in this condition, and then from that length of time, this is that 9 month from December 11 up to today date, marks then to be the 9 month in there. So I hope the activist on the show or my brother in studio there could be one of our strength that we will use to get those people out. Because he even mentioned about courtroom. He said that when he talked about the courtroom, he said, that, let me make it clear. The courtroom is like a freezer. Sometimes if they
Mm-hmm.
give you the food you don't want to eat, they will beat on you. They take you to the courtroom. And if they take you to the courtroom, then definitely either you come back alive or you die.
Wow.
Yes. And the next thing, every Tuesday they say, the gatekeeper go in the cell and collect money from them, according to what he told me, and collect money from them. If you don't have the money, they will order their gang to beat on you.
Wow.
Yeah, so these are issues that have been going on with him down there.
Well, Albert, you talked about diplomatic process, and you said that the ambassador, I think Liberian ambassador to UAE, is saying that they're going through diplomatic process. What was the last time you spoke with the ambassador or with someone, um, uh, in regard to the case?
Okay, it was some part of last month, I think the 15th or the 14th. James and I communicated because he told me that since you that way and I understand, I will do a follow up. And then after James did a follow up, that was the information he provided for me. And then he gave me the ambassador number. But each time I call the number will ring excessively, no response. I even text him, and then I did an audio to him concerning the issue, but he did not respond to me. So that is what got me confused because James,
So
according to
yeah,
yeah,
go ahead, go ahead.
according to James, he told him that yes, indeed, the guy who having to be insure or the librarian that are insure, I talked to one of their brother, and then I will share your number with him so that he can talk to you. That is the information James provided for me, but to my utmost surprise, he did not pick up the call, neither respond to the text on WhatsApp.
Albert, how long? I mean, this is my last question so that my brother Miawi can come here. I know he's spending a very short time with us today because of one or two engagements. But how long has your brother been in jail?
My brother had been in jail for 9 months.
9 months
That
now. I mean,
yeah,
this month,
yeah,
September, this
today,
is 9 months.
yeah, particularly this date because he
Okay,
went in jail December 11, and today
okay.
is the 11th. So today making 9 months, complete 9 months in cell.
Wow. Now we're Augustine Noah. Yeah, do you? I mean, this is a troubling and rather disturbing situation that we have. Listen to you have listened to our brothers, a Liberian. I mean, more than five of them are trapped in jail in UAE. Do you have any question or do you have any input to that?
Yes, Perkins. First, I want to say I'm really sorry to the family for this kind of situation that they have found themselves in. Coming out here when you traveled and you fall into trouble is really difficult. You become more like an outcast where the people that you depend on start to make you look like a fool, especially when it comes to such cases that involve murder. Our people who are in these countries who supposed to be the one to fight our cases, they don't even listen to us. In fact, most of the ambassadors in most of these countries, just few are very serious about their job. Most of them are flexing having our family issues and only waiting for the person to call them for them to meet them. When there are issues that is supposed to step, they don't step into these issues. And I'm really sorry to Martin for this kind of situation. Anyway, I just want to get a few things clear because there might be a doubt about your brother legitimacy or legality staying in the country. What has been the legal process of your brother staying in UAE? Like he went there for 3 months, he was given 3 months to stay for 90 days, which is the necessary or the primary thing. Like the obvious days will give you 90 days. 90 days, I mean. So I mean, after the 90 days, they didn't get any legal documentation to stay in UAE for the length of time he has stayed since 2021, because these kind of cases, when it come up, a lot of things follow it. They start to
So
check your legality, try to check your resident permit, try to check your whatever. And all these things come in. So how has a brother managed who went there for visit for 90 days? How has he managed? Was he able to legally get his document to stay to this time?
I will tell you yes because when he firstly went, The first thing he got on our back at that time, the friends who he was residing with, who having to be James Harris, because if you go down there according to he or according to the guy who are there, if you go down there, the first thing you go on accommodation, and then in that you go for the 3 months. From that process, you will run after your document. He told me that he was able to get his document, and then there where he started working, because many days he and I spoke. He was to work. Sometimes he would say, "Oh brother, I just came from work." Sometimes when he to a workplace, he will even call me. He put video on, and when he did his document, he even showed me the say I have getting my document, and my document lasts for 3 years. So in the 3 years, this occurred because if you look at 2021 up to this time, it haven't reached 3 years. Because you firstly have to get it. I mean, if you want to upgrade a document, you fight to get the Emirate visa. And according to them, that way the Emirate visa is almost like someone that is, let's just say, a citizen that way. At that time, Jeans told me that the Emirate visa is about 2005 United States dollar. I think they calculated it in the UAE money, everything. I told them, wow, that is huge. So he told me, as soon, I mean, since I have getting my document, I will try to put things in order before this situation occur.
Wow.
You get me?
Yeah, we're getting you online.
Yes, very clear. Okay, so your brother has been in UAE legally. He was working, everything was fine until he went
Yeah.
out to check up some noise that raised up in our community, and then he got caught up in the situation.
Yeah, that was the situation. I mean, that was the information I got from a very safe. And then he have a friend by the name of David Young. All time David Young and myself have been in communication, and David Young told me the same. Yeah, David Young told
Wow.
me the same. Yes, indeed, that is exactly what happened. But here
And
now, because when they did the arresting, they talking. Let me make clarity down there before you be like in doubt. According to Emmanuel, when they arrested them on that particular morning, they did not permit them to even go in their house or where they residing to take any document or any finance. They only hear the phone on. He only hear his phone on him, and when they got to the cell or the prison compound, they took the phone from him. And since then, he had not been home. He said you don't even have any people with him in the cell. So that's remind me, because if you talk about the disrupting, they took with even some things, I mean, he clothes from on him, they get in that prisoner suit. It remind me about Liberia. Sometimes when they catch people, the way in which sometimes they take your phone and they take clothes from on you. So I was like thinking, I said, wow. So then that mean Liberia and that shall have the same system. So that's it.
well, it's troubling. It's troubling. Go ahead,
Yeah, that's
Melvin.
that kind of a system of arrest for especially criminal activities or murder activities is actually the same. And they will arrest the same way, they will disrupt it the same way, they will put the prisoner in the same way, and they'll take you to cell. And I really feel bad hearing this. I don't know. So you went to the foreign ministry, and the security at the door or at the gate told you that you're not allowed to see the foreign minister, and you must check for the foreign minister online.
Sure, my brother. I'm providing fact to you. Myself,
What?
because so I told my comrade that yes, indeed, with this situation, I want to meet the foreign minister, but let me firstly go there and see the process. If they can permit me to her office, and then what she will tell me, then I can be
Okay,
able to come down and follow it. So when I went to the place there, I was asked, "What you came for?" I
okay.
said, "Really?
Listen,
Yeah."
uh, I'm not cutting. Oh, very sorry. I just want to get information short. You went there. Did you enter the foreign ministry, or it was just at the main entrance that they stop you?
Right at the main entrance, right to the
Come
step.
again?
I said right at the main
Okay,
entrance.
listen, listen. Go back there because they don't have security doesn't have the right to tell you you have an issue. Like you think the foreign minister should hear. If they have a problem, it's better saying to somebody who can listen to you instead of sending you home to go check online. How can they tell you go check online for the foreign minister when the foreign minister is supposed to be around or somebody is supposed to have accessible contacts for them?
Sure,
So I
that was
think you should
me.
go back this time. Don't tell us don't tell the security at the door that you're going to see the foreign minister. Find other reasons why people go to foreign ministry. When they ask at the main door, tell them this reason. We enter there, ask the question for the minister's floor. Go there, and whoever you see, try to explain this to them. Because sometimes when we sit idle, these things will not move. Liberia is the country where people don't even care about the citizenship people are going through. Security and knowing that someone brother in jail, foreign country telling you go check online. Why can the internet Liberia get to check on people?
Yeah, to check on people.
Why can
That
the food
is
system we get? We can know good data to go check on people online. Why you go look for ministers online in Liberia? You not find anybody contact them. In fact, you call that number, so never ring. These numbers are not real. So then now 37 ministers are going number you see down on the websites.
Mm-hmm.
So all of them go check
Sure.
online. So go back there, my brother. I'm only about I'm not in Liberia to say I will follow you. I'm not in Liberia to say I can help you to move down there. I'm somewhere else all the way in Asia, but I want you to go back there. Continue to go there. Make sure you enter that building. Make sure you meet somebody that is of importance that can listen to you and give you an audience. I appreciate that if you can do it.
all right. I will try my best. So, Perkins, if you
And
see me asking you for the
how far you live?
minister, eh, I live
How far you
RI
live?
I live RI Road EW community.
Good. People can make sacrifices. Go there. If it costs to go there 3-4 times a week, go there until you find audience.
Okay.
Sure.
Go there
So
until
I
you
think
find audience.
sure.
One time I went, Kwame, I just want to give this because I'm about to leave.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
there was this time I went to the foreign ministry. I was supposed to leave Liberia in less than a week, and then I had to meet this guy. He's the I don't know who director of the visa, and I learned that he's kind of related to me though, but I don't know him for the rest of my life. I've never seen I don't interact with him, never. So someone told me to go there. I went there on a Monday, brother. I saw that guy, and a security told me go and wait in the waiting room for this man. And I told him I don't know this man. Please show me this man. The security said the opposite me. And this particular director I've been passing to that place since 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock. He never showed me the man. Only about 4 days from tell me say, hey, come back tomorrow. I came back on Tuesday, only for me to see the 3 minutes I've been passing by me the whole day, for me to say that the director there.
Can you
And
imagine?
now someone else have to tell me, brother.
Can you
Yeah,
imagine
someone else have to tell me
Every day
the
we are
director,
allocating
the
their
director is
salaries
keen
to
to look
me,
for.
but they are immune.
Yes, exactly. They don't care. Once a certain why they have little power, they feel they can use anybody, brother. It's so sorrowful. It's so I don't know how to even term it. They don't care about helping people, brother. If you compare the kind of system to the system out here, if you enter any sound place in Asia here, and you ask for whoever that is there that you're supposed to listen to, they will direct you straight to the office. You go and
yeah,
sit, people in the queue, you go and sit, they'll call you in. Part time. For Liberia, some other security here, right? They
You will
say you can't
skip
enter, or they say don't
endlessly.
enter.
And nobody
Why
can
you may
speak
go
with
search
you.
online?
that was
Why
the
Somebody
you may
can
go
just
search
information
online?
I was
skip you.
I'm
I'm disappointed.
I'm
I'm
feeling hard
actually
right now,
disappointed.
even hear that kind of a nonsense. A security telling
like.
somebody that is hurt, his brother is in jail for about 9 months, he telling go search online for the foreign minister.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I
It's
said,
terrible.
I'm not to go
No.
online or I has the right to go and meet the minister. Then why will you be telling me to go and search for
Yeah.
minister? who's supposed to be access to me at all time. Then you
Yeah.
telling me to go online and search for the person. What the correct website do Liberia have? They say, "Mama, that's the
No.
only thing I can tell you. If you don't want to go do what I tell you, then stay." I said, yeah, that was the thing.
That
Mama, it showed
ignorance,
me.
it is ignorance that is suffering that particular security man.
Uh, listen,
Extreme
Baggins,
ignorance, and people have
Baggins,
been victimized by his ignorance.
Baggins,
Yeah. I'm here, yeah,
Baggins.
Meow.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm going to talk to one of my step brothers who work at foreign ministry. Melos from Cali. I'll ask him for his contact. Give it to you so you can share with him when he could. Let him just agree to Melos from Cali, also Cali Melo. I'll share his name, everything. If he goes, even so Cali Melo not in his office, at least he'll be at the fourth floor where he can ask better people.
Mm-hmm.
When you go out again, just go to Melos from Cali. He patch the visa center instead of patch the main gate. However, when Palen Jam, they should go to the
Sure.
All right, thank you, brother.
Yeah. Uh, uh, um, uh, uh,
I got
uh, yeah, you are saying something, Meow? I think you are saying something?
I said I'm about to leave. I'll just search for that people that know my give it to you. You can share with him when he's going.
Okay.
He can just say to the city, I'm going to Minas Gali, and then maybe you can contact Minas Gali before you go there. I'll share the contact with you.
Okay. Okay. So so you leaving now, or
I'll
you're
give
still
brother.
here for a bit? Okay. Okay.
All right, take care, brother.
Yeah. So no, it's too pathetic. How they call Albert. What is going on is actually really pathetic, and it's unfortunate that in Liberia, most of our people that supposed to seek the welfare of the citizens are very, very much, immune in how they treat the very Liberians who taxes the benefits from that they are paid for. They are very immune to Liberia. It's hearing you talking about, you were turned down at the foreign ministry, knowing that your brother, a Liberian, is in jail. You're talking about 9 months now. That is a
Yeah, this
very
is
long
not,
period.
bro.
That is a very long period of time. And I believe that the way he turned you down, it discourages you from even going at the foreign ministry.
Yeah, man. At this time, the financial situation within the country. Can you
Hmm.
imagine a man will struggle because like right now, I'm out of job.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes going to the places it requires finance, and then having go there all day long, and then you were supposed to be a help to me in the process because that is what they were put into that place, and then you
Yeah.
telling me to go and search for the minister online. I mean, what the referral message in that? If
Well,
you if
yeah, let me go you right there and play the voice of one of the Liberians, who
Mhm.
spoke to some interview, calling on Liberians on a SOS or SOS call, to also intervene in this situation. He said it's in jail as well. So let's listen to him, and let's Liberians listen to him and know what's going on in United Arab Emirates. Let's listen to him.
I'm okay. Okay. Good afternoon to the
Please
people
let me
of
know if you are
Liberia.
hearing it. Are you hearing it?
Hello.
I'm getting that clear. I think I got that audio.
Wheresoever you are getting this information and at what time. I am saying Garment Pico, a Liberian, calling from the central prison of Fatima, United Arab Emirates.
Is that the same prison your
I'm
brother
being so
in?
blessed and
Yeah,
protected.
I demand. That is the state
Okay,
and the same prison he is in.
okay. Then let's continue from right there.
Yeah.
Since 7 months ago, to have the opportunity by the grace of God to do this communication today, to place this communication to the people of Liberia and the world at large. Like I previously said, they got me picked out is some
Can
of
you mute your
Liberians
background? You will have to mute your
calling from
background.
Ajima
Just
Central Prison,
mute your background
United
so
Arab
that.
Emirates. We were arrested on the 11th of December 2023. More than 150 human beings were arrested on the
Press the
11th
mute
of December
button.
2023. Of, of this more than 150 human, we have more than 37 ladies, of whom two have given birth in the prison of Ajima, the central prison of Ajima, United Arab Emirates. Since we were arrested on the 11th of December 2023, they immediately took us.
Folks, let me hold you there. You people are listening to a Liberian that is stranded in the prison of UAE called Adiman. And he's narrating and calling on the Liberian government to speedily intervene because, according to him, they have spent more than 9 months in prison and they have been maltreated and malhandled. Let's listen to the interview again.
To the central prison of Ajima. Since the 11th of December, we have been here. They seized our mobile phones when they arrested us. They seized all of our mobile phones since they arrested us. So we have not been able to call our people back home to give them the actuality of what's going on, to give them exactly what is going on. You see, since they arrested us, they brought us in the central prison of Ajima. On that particular day, we have been here for 7 months. 7 months. Whenever we go to the captain, he will tell us we don't have case in the system. We don't have case in the system. Why is it that you are keeping us? Since 7 months ago, since 7 months ago, we've been here. And when he tells us that we don't have case in the system, he will end up by provoking us to say, go eat and sleep. Go eat and sleep. You see? So this is what we are going through. This is what we are experiencing. Like I previously said, more than 150 human beings. We have more than 37 ladies. So we're pregnant outside before coming to the prison.
Pagans, come here, getting me? Yeah, is there any way I can send you some audio because I have a service to attend right now as I speak to you? So my brother sent me some audio. I wish I could send you it because that was a call for help because he's according to him. Few days ago, they started deporting some people. They even deported the 34 batch of him from that inn. But this is what happened in the deportation. If the government carry you to court, the only case they have against you is to deport you. But if you yourself don't have your plane ticket money, which is 450 United States dollar, they take you elsewhere. And according to him, he don't want to go that far. So I will forward the audio to you because I have to attend a service.
Send it to
Please.
my WhatsApp. You can send it
Okay,
to
I
my
will do
WhatsApp.
that.
On the
Okay,
number I call you.
okay, I will do that.
Well, Albert, it has been a great time having you. I wish you all of the best. I just forwarded the contact to you for the guy at the foreign ministry. You should take
Okay,
up some time and see how best you can reach out there. So we'll be in
okay,
touch in the background and see how it unfolds. Thank you so much, and let's keep pushing. We believe that something very speedily will be done.
okay. Thank you very much, brother. I hope this will not be the end of me joining this show. I'm
Yeah.
always waiting to be on such program
Mm.
and be part of such uh, show. I wish you success. I wish you the best. We pray and hope that everything works greatly because I think that alone will be a help to our brothers and sisters who are up there. It is mean to their life, but they got someone who their brother or their strength is out there and they
Yeah.
need that person to be free so that that person can attend to them. So we pray and hope that things work out. Thank you. Have a
Definitely.
good
Thank you
day.
so much. Thank you, Albert. Yeah, it was great hearing you. Thank you. Well, guys, is really pathetic. It's actually pathetic. Let's listen. Let's continue the interview, and while we stop it.
No one needed the food. The people released their force. They went, they brutalized the ladies. They beat on them unmercifully, and some started bleeding. They beat those ladies. They beat on every one of them. Some were bleeding. Some even fainted. When some of them fainted, they went as far as coming to chain some of them to take them in the courtroom. They chained some of them. They took them to the courtroom. What do I mean by
So
courtroom?
what are
The
they
courtroom,
saying? Are they not waiting to depose you?
that were all arrested on the same day. You see, then from North Africa we have like Egypt. We have Egypt. But of all the countries I just named from Africa, every country that I just named from Africa, embassies has failed to reach us. You see, back to the ladies or communication. Like I previously told you, when they beat on those ladies unmercifully, some fainted, some were bleeding, and they went as far as coming to chain their leg. They put chain on their legs and took them to the courtroom. So I was trying to explain to you what they call courtroom in the prison here. The courtroom is a room that has AC beyond human control. The courtroom has AC like how Costa Rica AC are looking like. When they take you there, it's only you and God. So they took those ladies, they took some of them there, they took majority of them there as they were still bleeding on chains. They took some of them there. Since that time up to now, we have not been able to communicate with them because they place them in different places and we are in different places. Of the telephone, since they brought us here, they seized all of our mobile phones. We have not been able to give the totality to our people back home. We have not been able to tell our people what's going on. So we are in total darkness here.
This is pathetic.
You see, even in the prison, they restrict our communications. The telephones that are in the prison here that we are using, you have 15 minutes after every 4 hours. You can only make a 15-minute call after every 4 hours. And to handle the telephone to call is not an easy task. Since 7 months ago, it's today I'm opportune to do a kind of a lengthy communication back home, to place this lengthy communication back home. And since I came to get this telephone, I have been waiting for more than 2-3 hours. You see? Okay. On the other side, we are sleeping. We are all sleeping on the floor. They gave us just two blankets that we are using on the floor to sleep. There's no medication. People are getting ill. When you see some people, they are more than 8 patients in the prison here. So, for this reason, I'm sincerely and kindly calling on the government of Liberia and the international community at large to please come to our aid. We are in total darkness in the UAE. Okay, let me tell you what we call Ajima, because a lot of people may not understand what is Ajima. Ajima is one of the states in the UAE. UAE is United Arab Emirates. Ajima is one of the neighboring states to buy in the UAE, like how we have Memba or Grand Bassa, Grand Cape in Liberia. That's how Ajima is in the UAE. But it's not too much well known outside. Only to buy people or people know of outside too much. So Ajima is one of the states in the UAE. And it's in Ajima Central Prison that we are experiencing this situation. And as of now, every Tuesday, since we were arrested on the 11th of December 2023, every Tuesday they compelled us to pay money. Every Tuesday they compelled us to pay money. If you don't pay that money, they are going to send their gangs after you, and those gangs will come to fight you. You see? So they say the prison is a government area, but then they are compelling us to pay money. Every Tuesday for cleaning. What is this?
Well,
So
this
we
is
are currently calling on the government of Liberia and the international community at large.
fellow Liberians. The message is clear. Liberians are stranded in the United Arab Emirates, in UAE, and they need the full support of the Liberian government to ensure that they are brought back home. It is equated. They are traveling abroad. They are traveling to the UAE. It's equated to those brothers and sisters, those Africans that are dying in the Mediterranean as they seeking greener pasture into Europe. Their story is likened to those Africans that are running away from Africa because of the lack of opportunity. Today, we want to call and join the voices of so many Liberians that are calling for the repatriation and the governmental intervention. Even though the government had full dread for the last months, but we are going to institute a mounting pressure on the Liberian government to ensure that our citizens return home. It has been very much long enough for government to take steady actions. Like we listen to the narrative from one of the direct victims, Albert Martin. He said his brother has been in jail for the past 9 months. All efforts to communicate that to the foreign um, Ministry of Foreign Affairs has proven futile. According to him, they are even contacted the Liberian embassy in UAE that what is happening is unbearable and their family members are in touch with them so that the government intervene. But all of these efforts have fallen on deaf ear, and our people, our citizens, are continuing to lavish in jail in a foreign land. No government, no government, no government, I mean serious minded government would not be concerned for its citizens in this moment, man. Yes, there are other nationals who are in jail, and the recording and those in jail, can bear testament to that. But the demand here is Liberia must be different. Liberia has one of the oldest countries in Africa, and by far the first independent country, should be most concerned about what affects its citizens. Any country, any government that do not care about the well-being of its citizens, this is a kind of a government or country that has entrapped its citizens in a continuous cycle of poverty and indignity. We call on the Liberian government to restore the dignity of these Liberians that are stranded in jail and that are calling on them to intervene. Through this man, I want to call on the foreign minister, Her Excellency Sarah Besloyanti, that in the coming days, the Liberian government must recognize that Liberians are stranded in UAE jail, in UAE prisons, and the government is making frantic efforts to ensure that these Liberians are brought home. It is only with this that we will believe that indeed we've had a serious government that cared about the well-being and the protection of its citizens. We can no longer be the least countries that show least or no concern for our citizens. We must ensure that Liberia cares, that Liberia protects, that Liberia guards its citizens as a sweet land of liberty, and wherein we believe that in union, strong success show, we cannot fail our people. We cannot fail the Liberians that are stranded in the UAE. We cannot fail them. Let's all of us ensure that we raise our voices, that we increase our demand on the Liberian government to repatriate our citizens in the UAE, especially those that are languishing in jail. We want to call on the Bakala government that it is about time that government demonstrates commitments to its citizens. That government ensure that citizens' lives and rights are protected, and those Liberians that are our country and that are stranded receive full and measurable support as citizens of the country. We can now continue to full drag on those challenges that continue to confront us as a people and nation. We must create opportunities in our country that ensures that we provide jobs, that we provide livable conditions for our people. If Liberia must be that sweet land of liberty, we must change course of how we directly or indirectly affect or impact the lives of the Liberian people. The Liberian people deserves better. We deserve better. We deserve better. We want a country that cares for us. We want a country that protects us. We want a country that gives us a meaning to live. Any country that don't care about its citizens, that country does not, has not given its citizens the reasons to have a livable life, to protect its dignity, to protect its sovereignty. Liberians' dignity must be protected. Liberians' dignity must be defined. We must be respected as a people and as a nation. Our government must show concern for the well-being and protection of its citizens. Nowhere in the world will a British national, a US national, a South African national is placed in jail for no cause. And then they spend more than 9 months in jail and nothing is being done to repatriate the citizens. This is uncalled for. This is unacceptable. We must take calculated steps. We must take calculated decisions that restore the hopes and aspiration of our citizens, not only those who languish in jail, but providing equal opportunities for every citizen. This is our demand. This is our call, and this is our commitment. And this will be a topic that will run for the coming weeks of our conversation, and we'll make sure that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs take heed and act right now. We want to console the family. We want to empathize with the family. Those who, the brothers and their sisters, are in jail. Those who, Liberians who are in jail. We want to empathize with you. And we say this, it is an uphill battle. Unfortunately, let me break this thought. My disenchantment and my dissatisfaction in one of the officers of the at the foreign ministry, and this has just been demonstrated. We always advocate for Liberian increment in the salary of security personnel. We have advocated in increment of salary for civil servants. But it seems to be our advocacy is not been to appreciate because Liberian civil servants are inhuman. Most of them are inhuman. Most of them are only there for salaries. And that is unfortunate. That is unacceptable. You can only be there taking salary and find pleasure on milking the covered when the responsibilities that comes with that is not upheld, it's not implemented, it's not enforced. If you're given a government position, you have to act for and on behalf of the people, of the Liberian people, who choose to send their taxpayer money to their monies. We're working and our monies are being cut to pay you. Therefore, you are accountable and you are responsible for us. Oh, yes. You are responsible for us. We, the Liberian people, we cannot be working our butts every morning, coming to work, and our salaries are being cut to finance your lavish lifestyle and your unproductiveness and inefficiency. We just reach out to one person. I will not call the name, but we just reach out to someone at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And the person is turning down every conversation that regards those Liberians in jail in UAE. We will want to know further. Why is it that he's reneging? If he cannot provide a corridor, if he cannot provide a means, if we cannot provide the space that our voices can be heard, that the foreign minister can assure and commit to us that they are doing something, they have already started, and with a time bound that they want to ensure that these Liberians return home, we will have a different approach on how we engage these issues. So we want to call on everyone, every Liberian, that we rally beyond our brothers, our sisters, and those who continues to leave the country in search of greener pasture, that you rally for them, that you create for them a Liberia that they can be proud of, that they want to stay in. How many Rwandans do we have in Liberia? Not much is heard about Rwanda. Not much is heard about Rwanda or Rwandan citizens here in Liberia. They prefer to go to a far improved countries. And sometimes they don't have any interest of going any country. That's because the opportunity is being created for them in their country. So you don't see any Rwandans. You don't see any Rwandans in Liberia. I wonder whether we have a Rwanda embassy here in Liberia. They don't even care about us. But meanwhile, we have Liberians gigging to leave Liberia. That's because the opportunity is been taken away, and we have less opportunity, and we have a governance system that have mastered how to suppress us than to empower us. So to bring us down than to uplift us, to demote our innovation and ideology, rather to support it, our innovations. So we must change course. We must change course. Liberia must change course. We must build a prosperous nation for everybody, not for few. And that's why we stood up. That's why Liberians stood up in years. We don't want a divisive country. We want a country well, let's take a break. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back. We'll go to our trending news stories.
For many years, Paul Skyberry, the founder of Faith Foundation Liberia, has dedicated his life and resources to building leaders in Africa. His foundations provide scholarships for students across Liberia and other parts of Africa. At a young age, Paul started out as a little child laborer, breaking stones and selling it to make a living. He later realized that stone breaking was not a successful business strategy, but rather modern child slavery in the 21st century. While running away from the civil war in his home Liberia, he experienced tremendous suffering across Africa. Today, he is an award-winning author, a mentor, a motivational leadership life coach. He believes that a person can become a better leader by understanding the core values spelled out through his leadership teaching. Qualities such as influence, assertiveness, adaptability, conscientiousness are cited as the most important qualities in books written by Paul. Ambassador Paul Skyberry has taken lead in supporting to solve some of the leadership problems in his community, his home country Liberia and other parts of Africa. So he is now going around Africa providing his own funds and carry on management leadership workshop empowering the new generation. The purpose of his leadership style is to influence and encourage people from the grassroots, local communities, religious groups, the NGOs and local governments to get actively involved in the new generation of leaders to take over and lead Africa in the right direction. He believes that Africa will only rise because of the qualities of our leaders. That is why his new empowerment strategy is to refresh the people of the nations to overcome leadership challenges and transform Africa. To invite a new breed of leaders that will lead by positive example and become the frontrunner in the new generations of leaders in Africa. Faith Foundation's leader shared the visions with his spiritual mother and partners in the United States, Bishop Dr. Rosetta Cox, founder of the Cox Evangelistic Ministry in Virginia Beach. Dr. Cox connected associate partners from other states all around the US, such as Bridges of the Gap in Virginia Beach, Christ Lamps Ministries in North Carolina, Dr. Gary and Tyler of Virginia, Medley Family Care Group, also known as Mama Shoes, in Pennsylvania.
Are you spending too much time retyping ads and designing flyers? Imagine a world where your marketing is seamless, professional, and always on point. Unlock the power of your brand with Data Charlie MSP. Introducing Data Charlie MSP, your new secret weapon in digital marketing. We handle everything from the initial concept to the final production of your digital ads and video promos. Why choose Data Charlie MSP? Because we're not just about making ads, we're about making your ads stand out. We ensure your message hits the mark every time, reaching the right audience with precision. Forget the hassle of repetitive tasks, such as retyping ads in your various social media groups or outlets. With our team of experts, you get creative solutions that are tailored to meet the unique needs of your business. Think of the time you'll save and the increase in efficiency you'll gain. Data Charlie MSP allows you to focus on what truly matters, growing your business and engaging with your customers. Every second counts in today's fast-paced market. Don't let manual processes slow you down. Let Data Charlie MSP elevate your brand with cutting-edge marketing technology. Ready to transform your marketing strategy? It's time to say goodbye to the old ways and hello to high-impact, captivating video promos and digital ads that drive results. Hello everyone, act now and take the first step towards a more dynamic and effective marketing approach with Data Charlie MSP. Elevate your brand today and watch your business thrive like never before. Call Data Charlie on 1-833-202-9553 or email info@datacharlie.com. Remember, at Data Charlie, technology becomes reality.
Sorry, I was saying that we do website design, we do marketing and other things. We do a lot of stuff. Sorry, somebody just sent me a photo. Let me see. What is that? Okay, I'll see this later. What is this? Okay, sorry. So, yes, we do ads. I mean, ads is a short video wherein you promote your businesses. We also do website design at very affordable cost. We do promotions where we market your business, and we do uh, so we do a lot of stuff through the Data Charlie um, digital connectivity. So we ask that you contact Data Charlie. He gonna help you. So let me look at some trending events in the world. There is a stop around the UN rights chiefs warning on global critics. The United Nations human rights chief has warned that humanity is at a fork in the road due to escalating global crises, including conflicts, disinformation, and violence and human rights. He called for nations to uphold human rights and choose paths that benefits humanity and the planet. That's according to the UN News. Also, Palestinian detention is showing sign of worsening conditions. So there are concerns about worsening detention conditions for Palestinians in Israel custody. Reports detailed causes of alleged sexual violence and torture, promoting calls for medical support for victims and independent investigation that are calling to the UN News as well. Uh, Takun in Yemen. First is climate change and air pollution. The United Nations Secretary General is urging global actions to tackle climate change and air pollution, which continues to harm public health, ecosystems, and economics. Raising sea levels also pose severe threats, particularly to vulnerable regions like the Pacific Island. And you know, um, though we have the Atlantic Ocean here, but see the Pacific Island is at the verge, of threats as a result of air pollution and other things. So, the royal family in England, in Britain, they say Prince Harry appears to be growing closer to his mother, Princess Diana's family after being snubbed by other royal family members. Diana's family has extended an invitation to their sexiest for Christmas, which they are expected to decline following last year's exclusion from the royal Christmas dinner. That's according to Mead. Uh, U.S. politics, as you may know, the ongoing stuff. Now, you say the U.S. is gearing up for a significant political event as Donald Trump and Kamala Harris had a debate. Um, Yesterday was a debate between President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris, and the debate has stirred significant political discussion. Harris, preparing with intense coaching, managed to outmaneuver Trump, who maintained a more spontaneous reply. or style of the debate. Polls and political commentators largely agreed that Harris emerged as the stronger performer, portraying a formidable image as the Democratic nominee. The debate also triggered various reactions from within the Republican Party, with some members expressing disappointment over Trump's performance. That's war politics. Also in the U.S., the U.S. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill, I mean, at the U.S. Capitol Hill, are currently in conflict over a proposed budget bill that includes election security measures. Republicans are pushing for these measures as part of the funding legislation, while Democrats, led by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, are resisting and threatening to send the bill back to the House if it reaches the Senate. That's for the USA elections. Now, in Afghanistan, a report from House Republicans heavily criticized the Biden administration handling of the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, citing a lack of adequate planning and protection for American troops. The Biden administration defends the decision to withdraw, arguing that it was necessary to prevent further casualties. That's according to the War News. Um, and then we will later come to sports. We'll later come to sports. We'll later come to sports. We'll later come to sports. So let's first come to this. It's the UN General Assembly and Global Challenges. The 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly has opened, emphasizing themes of international cooperation to address global issues such as climate change, conflicts, and slowed sustainable development. The Assembly's incoming president called for unity and collaborative efforts to tackle these challenges effectively. That is on the global stage. Let's look at uh, politics. Not politics, I mean sports. So we said that, oh, sorry, we're not exposed today. We're not exposed today. So in our African training events, we said that there in Somalia tensions are escalating as Egyptian and Somali forces consider taking action against Ethiopia troops who may remain in Somalia beyond 2024 despite opposition from the Somali federal government. Egypt is concerned about Ethiopia's action regarding the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam and has indicated it might intervene militarily if necessary. The situation could lead to a broader conflict in the region as both Egypt and Somalia build up their military presence near the Ethiopian border. In Sudan, the ongoing war has led to a humanitarian crisis with over 20,000 deaths reported and thousands of children separated from their families and face significant risks in refugee camps. Efforts by the United Nations to create a protective force or force for civilians have not yet achieved a ceasefire. That's it on environment and health issues. In Zimbabwe, there is growing concern about the country's reliance on coal, which is causing significant air pollution and health problems in many regions like Orange. Residents continue to suffer from exposure to pollutants released by coal burning. A recent report highlights the challenges facing Malawi's road network, where poor conditions and human behavior contribute high rates of accidents on the country's oldest road. That's according to Malawi One and Voice of America. Um, in Kenya, is in national mourning after a tragic school fire in central Kenya that killed at least 21 students. Several students remain missing, and investigation into the cause of the fire are ongoing. That's according to Voice of America. In Nigeria, at least 48 people were killed following a fuel truck explosion, drawing attention to the current dangers posed by transporting fuel across the country. These were our trending events across the globe. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow and make sure that we are on course with national development. Until we meet again, we want to thank those of you who leave comments, those of you who watch this live podcast, and those of you who ensure that this podcast came out very loud and clear. Thank you so much for always joining us. Let's take this one. I
Liberia.